Hello everyone, this is Al RedSoxFan coming to you from Al RedSoxFan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. We're going to continue with our 1979 Pro Strategy Football replay. This is Pro Strategy Football 2022. It can be purchased on Steam at an extremely reasonable price, just over $20 with tax, every season, and it goes from 1940 to present day, is free, created by the mod community. And there's some other special files, some USFL seasons, World Football League, and many, many others. A lot of fun. This will be our first PC versus PC game. It's a featured game, and it comes in Week 7. The first place AFC East New England Patriots travel to the Windy City to clash with the undefeated first place Chicago Bears, who lead the NFC Central. 4-2 Pats, 6-0 Bears. Up next on the channel, Kickoff is here. And again, it's a PC versus PC game. We're just calling it. Let's quickly take a look at these two teams. Clear skies here at Soldier Field. Wind is in the face of the New England Patriots to start the game. So let's scout this game. Let's start with the offense for the visiting New England Patriots. The starting quarterback is Steve Grogan. Grogan out of Kansas State. He has thrown for 1,347 yards so far, 8 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 62% completion. The running backs, Horace Ivory out of Oklahoma. He's carried the ball 38 times for 125 yards. And Sam Bam Cunningham out of USC, the former Trojan, 76 carries, 251 yards. The tight end, all-world Russ Francis, 10 receptions, 97 yards so far through 6 weeks. Stanley Morgan at one wide out, 24 receptions, 398 yards, 4 touchdowns. And Harold Jackson, the veteran, 20 receptions, 220 in yards, no touchdowns. Your offensive line, Wheeler, Hanna, Linkaitis, Sam Adams, Shelby Jordan. For the Chicago Bears, Mike Phipps is having quite a good season so far. He's thrown for 776 yards, 2 picks, but 6 touchdowns, completing 60% of his passes. That's pretty good for Mike Phipps. Walter Payton is one back. Sweetness, 701 yards, 4.4 yards a carry, 5 rushing touchdowns. Dave Williams is the other back, 63 carries for 265 yards, 4.2 yards a carry. Your tight end, Greg Latta, 4 receptions, 78 yards. The wideouts, Ricky Watts, 15 receptions, 145 in yardage. And Brian Baschnagel, 8 for 107. Baschnagel had the touchdown catch in overtime to keep the Bears at the undefeated with 6-0 in Week 6. Offensive line, Albrecht, Noah Jackson, Dan Neal, Reeve Sorey, Dennis Lick. Those are your starters. Defensively for the Patriots, your defensive linemen that will rotate, Mel Lunsford, Ray Hamilton, the Sugar Bear, Tony McGee, Richard Bishop, Julius Adams. Linebackers, Mike Hawkins, Rod Schultz, Steve Nelson, Sam Hunt, Ray Kostick. Defensive backs, and they have some good ones, Ray Claiborne, Timmy Fox, Prentice McRae, Mike Haynes, Doug Bedoin, Rick Sanford, Mark Washington. For the Chicago Bears, the undefeated Chicago Bears, your down linemen on defense who rotate: Dan Hampton, Jim Osborne, Alan Page, the former Viking, Mike Hartenstein, and Tommy Hart. Linebackers: Jerry Muckensturm, Gary Campbell, Tom Hicks, Mark Merrill, Doug Buffon. Defensive backs: Terry Schmidt, Doug Plank, Gary Fensick, Virgil Livers, Alan Ellis, Len Watershed, Winterford Gaines. Your kickers: Bob Thomas is the field goal kicker. Bob Parson is the punter. For the Patriots, John Smith does the field goal kicking. Eddie Hare is the punter. Head coach for the Patriots, Ron Earhart. For the Chicago Bears, Neil Armstrong. This is an even matchup. Team overall ratings, they're both ranked 70s. Patriots like to play a 3-4. Chicago a 4-3. They both bounce between man and zone. Defensively, Patriots have a slight edge, 71-69. Offensively, 71-69. Defensively, even Stevens, 77-77. Should be a tough tussle here. Will Chicago stay in the land of the undefeated? Let's analyze the game, get a point spread. Chicago 2-point favorites at home. They expect a defensive struggle, over under 26. As they say in pro strategy football, let's do this. Here comes the kickoff. We will watch live. Thomas to kick off to the Patriots. Patriots won the toss. They elect to receive. Week 7, 4-2 New England, 6-0 Chicago. Patriots set up for the return. Here comes Clark out of the end zone, 10, 15, and brought down before the 20. Excellent kick coverage by the Bears. Patriots will have it, 1st and 10 at their 17. Grogan under center, 2 tight ends, Francis and Hasselbeck. Cunningham is the up back, Ivory behind him, Jackson the lone wide out. Chicago in a 4-3 on 1st and 10. Motion for the Patriots. Grogan to throw. He has time. Looks incomplete.
2nd down.
He was throwing to the fullback Sam Bam Cunningham near the sticks, covered by Jerry Muckensturm of the Bears. 2nd and 10, split backfield, Ivory and Cunningham. 4-3 zone, 2 deep for the Bears. Grogan to throw again on 2nd and 10. Complete to Russ Francis on the sideline pattern. Picks up 14 yards. Patriots move the chains. 1st and 10 for the Patriots at their 31. Cunningham and Calhoun are your backs now. Grogan under center, facing 4-3, 2 deep zone. Grogan to throw for a 3rd consecutive time. Incomplete.
2nd down.
Tried a short hitch to Francis. Well covered by Tom Hicks of the Bears. The zone coverage choked off the passing lane. Grogan under center, facing zone coverage on 2nd and 10. 4 down linemen playing in tight for the Bears. Grogan to throw again. Incomplete. Patriots have not run the ball once so far. Pass intended. Backup tight end, Don Hasselbeck. Gary Campbell in coverage for the Bears. Patriots, 4 passes, 1 for 4 for 14 yards. Big 3rd down here, 3rd and 10. 4 wide receivers set for the New England Patriots. Morgan to the top of the screen. Westbrook, Jackson, and Pennywell to the bottom. Horace Ivory, the lone setback. Zone coverage. 4 down linemen for the Bears on 3rd and 10. Grogan to throw again. He rolls, throws, complete to Horace Jackson. First down. So another big third down conversion for Grogan and the Patriots. 11 yards to, I said Horace Jackson, I'm sorry, Harold Jackson. He was tackled by Allen Ellis of Chicago. 1st and 10 for the Patriots at their 42. They encroach upon midfield. I formation, 2 tight end set for New England. Cunningham, the up back. Calhoun behind him. Hasselbeck, Francis, the 2 tight ends. Harold Jackson, the lone wide out. Bears with 4 down linemen. It's a give to Cunningham, and Sam Bam Cunningham is brought down by a ferocious Bears defense. 3-yard loss. 2nd and 13. Split backfield now. Morgan back on the field at wide out as Hasselbeck goes out. It's Ivory and Cunningham in the backfield. 4-3, 2 deep zone for the Bears on 2nd and 13. It's a blitz. They pick it up. Quick hitter to Harold Jackson.
3rd down.
The veteran picks up 5 yards. He's tackled by Gary Campbell. 3rd and 8 for New England. Can the Patriots convert again on 3rd down? Grogan brings them to the line of scrimmage. Split backfield. 2 wide, 1 tight end. Motion by Morgan. Grogan, delayed handoff to Sam Bam Cunningham. He explodes across midfield. Sam Bam Cunningham goes for 11 before he's tripped up by Tom Hicks. Another 3rd down conversion for the New England Patriots. Patriots very confident on this opening drive. Grogan assesses the situation. Looks like man coverage here for the Bears. Grogan hands it to Cunningham. Cunningham to his left, picks up 3.
2nd down.
Brought down by Jim Osborne of Chicago. Second and 7 for the Patriots at the Bear 42. Andy Johnson makes his first appearance in the backfield for New England. He's in the backfield with Horace Ivory. Morgan and Jackson are your wideouts. Francis the tight end. Grogan under center. 3-4, 2 deep zone for the Bears on 2nd and 7. It's a blitz. Grogan hands it to Ivory. He is tripped up by the blitzing linebacker. And then Doug Plank finishes the job. No gain. So once again, the Patriots will face a 3rd down conversion. 3rd and 7. Under 10 to play in the first quarter. Ball at the Bear 42. 4 wideouts for the Patriots. Ivory, the lone setback. Morgan and Westbrook to the top of the screen. Jackson and Pennywell to the bottom. Looks like man coverage. 4 down linemen. Nickel for Chicago. Grogan to throw. Has time. Complete to Stanley Morgan. The road runner runs a crossing route. Makes the big catch. Took the pop by Virgil Livers and held on. Another big conversion on 3rd down for these visiting New England Patriots. They are the AFC East leaders taking on the NFC Central leaders in Week 7. Calhoun and Cunningham are your backs. 4-3, man coverage for Chicago on 1st and 10. Grogan, quick hitter to Harold Jackson. Chicago was blitzing their left outside linebacker. Patriots picked it up quite nicely. Gain of 2. Terry Schmidt quickly came in and brought Jackson down. 2nd and 8 for New England. 2 tight ends set once again. Francis and Hasselbeck the tight ends. Harold Jackson, top of the screen, the lone wideout. Ivory and Cunningham, the split backs. Man coverage for Chicago on 2nd and 8. Grogan looks, pumps, looks, throws underneath to Ivory. The safety valve picks up 3. Gary Campbell brings him down. 3rd and 5 for New England. Another 3rd down conversion attempt here for the Patriots. Ball at the Chicago 29. Pennywell and Jackson to the top of the screen. Westbrook and Morgan to the bottom. 4 wideouts for New England. Ivory the lone setback. Man coverage across the board for the Bears. No safety help on this 3rd and 5. Grogan barks out the signals. Grogan to throw. He's under duress. He throws. Incomplete. A leaping effort by the running back Horace Ivory off his fingertips. That was lucky not to be picked off. Tom Hicks was defending Ivory. 4th down. John Smith will attempt the field goal here. Tom Owen to hold. John Smith puts it up, and he shankapaloozes it. Wide left on the 46-yard attempt. A good drive comes to a nothing end for the New England Patriots as John Smith shanks it wide left. 46 yards, a no-go for Mr. Smith. The Bears take over on offense. They dodge a bullet. 1st and 10 for Chicago, 7:47 to play in the first quarter. Mike Phipps is the quarterback. Bashnagel and Watts, your wideouts. Latta is the tight end. Williams and Payton, your running backs. Patriots with a 4-3, two-deep zone on 1st and 10. Phipps hands it to Walter Payton. Payton is pursued and brought down. Only a 1-yard gain. A flag litters the field. The tackle was made by Richard Bishop of New England. What is the penalty? Offsetting penalties. It's a mulligan. We will do it over again. Illegal block, defensive holding. So it's like it never happened. 1st and 10 once again. Chicago goes 4 wideouts now. Richards and Bashnagel to the top. Scott and Watts to the bottom. Payton, the lone setback. Phipps under center. Man coverage for New England. Motion by Payton. Phipps looking to throw. Has time. Deep down the sidelines. Complete to Scott. 20 yards to James Scott. Took a big pop from Prentice McCray, but he held on to the pigskin. That is a huge conversion for the Bears. Mike Phipps is very confident this year. 1st and 10 for Chicago at their 49 as they encroach upon New England territory. Payton and Williams, your splitbacks. Bashnagel, Watts, your wideouts. Latta's the tight end. 3-4, two-deep zone on 1st and 10 for New England. Motion for the Bears. And the Bears move. Dead ball foul on Chicago. Back up the bus. 1st and 15 for the Bears at their 44. Phipps brings them to the line of scrimmage. Everyone up in the box for New England. They're playing run against this 2 tight end set of the Bears. Phipps play action, has time, throws deep sideline. Oh, incomplete. Diving attempt by Brian Bashnagel. Steve Nelson was in pursuit on coverage. Had Phipps laid it out there, it might have been a Brian Bashnagel Nestea plunge, but he led Bashnagel a bit too far. 2nd and 15 for the Bears, 6:50 to play in this first quarter. The Bears are undefeated 6 weeks into this NFL season. They are in first in the NFC Central. The New England Patriots first place in the AFC East at 4-2. Patriots have won their last 2 games. Payton the lone setback. Watts to the top of the screen. Scott, Bashnagel, and Richards to the bottom. Man coverage for the Patriots, or a 3-deep zone. It could be a 3-deep zone here. Looks like a 3-3 nickel for New England. Motion for Chicago. Phipps to throw. Payton picks up the rush. Phipps incomplete. Maybe Mike Phipps is coming down to earth. Pass intended for James Scott. Prentice McCray and company on the coverage there, as it was a 3-deep zone. Good zone coverage by New England. Big 3rd down here. 3rd and long for Chicago. 3rd and 15 to be exact. Williams and Payton are your backs. Bashnagel to the top. Watts to the bottom. Latta's the tight end. 2-deep zone, 4 down linemen for New England. 4-3 set for the Patriots. It's a blitz. They pick it up. Phipps incomplete again. Phipps getting the yips. He felt the pressure, threw it off his back foot. Pass was intended for Ricky Watts. 4th down, Parsons to punt. Patriots get a good rush on Parsons. The Chicago punter gets the punt off. It's a good punt. Fair catch by Stanley Morgan at the 12 of New England. 6:34 left in the scoreless first quarter here from windy Soldier Field. Patriots have the wind in their face. Grogan under center, 4 wide out set for New England, trying to stretch out this stingy Chicago defense. Morgan and Westbrook to the top, Jackson and Pennywell to the bottom. Don Calhoun, the human bowling ball, is the setback. Grogan barks out the signals. Motion for the Patriots. Grogan hands it to Don Calhoun, who bounces to the outside. Knocked out of bounds. 1 yard loss. Excellent lateral pursuit by the Bears. 2nd and 11. Again, the 4 wide receiver set, except Ivory is in the backfield for Calhoun. 2nd and 11. Grogan looks like he's audibling. Motion again for the Patriots. It's a blitz. Ivory had the pitch left, tried to cut back right, and he was swarmed under. No gain. Mike Merrill and the rest of the Bears bring down Horace Ivory. 3rd and 11. Patriots, on their first drive, converted many a 3rd and long. Cunningham and Ivory in the backfield now. Split backs, 2 deep zone for the Bears. 3-4 set. 3rd and 11. Grogan pitches to Sam Bam Cunningham. Cunningham is able to bounce and weave for 4 yards, but that is not enough. The Patriots will have to punt on 4th and 7. Making the tackle for the Chicago Bears, Mark Merrill. Hare to punt from his end zone. Bears should have good field position here. Hare gets the punt off. It's a short punt. Schubert inside the 50. 5-yard return. The ball will be spotted at the Patriot 42. Only a 32-yard punt into the wind by Eddie Hare. Bears have excellent field position with 4:37 to play in the first quarter. No score. Here at windy Soldier Field, Bears have the wind at their back. Peyton and Williams are in the backfield for Chicago. Bashnagel and Watts, your wideouts. Lotta, the tight end. Mike Phipps under center. Man coverage 3-4 for the Patriots on 1st and 10. Phipps pitches to Walter Payton. Walter Payton shimmy shams, gets to the sidelines. Sweetness picks up 5. Brought down by Mel Lunsford of New England. 2nd and 5, under 4 to play here in the first quarter. It's Williams and McClendon as Payton gets a breather. They're in the backfield. Man coverage for the Patriots on 2nd and 5. Phipps hands it to McClendon. He is stuffed.
3rd down.
That is a yard loss. Sugar Bear Hamilton, Ray Hamilton, quickly brings down Willie McClendon. And Willie McClendon got his bell rung as the Sugar Bear popped the Chicago Bear. And you know what happens when someone gets their bell rung on our broadcast. Ring my bell, ring my bell. Willie McClendon will be looking for a Snickers bar on the sidelines. So Peyton back on the field for this 3rd and 6. The Bears go 4 wideouts, 3 to the top. Richards, Bashnagel, and Scott. At the bottom is Watts. Phipps, having a bit of the yips tonight, will face man coverage on 3rd and 6. Motion for the Bears. Phipps throws middle, incomplete.
4th down.
Phipps sensing a pass rush that wasn't there. Trying to hit the former Cowboy Golden Richards. Raymond Claiborne was in coverage. Mike Phipps doesn't have that swagger so far that he's had in the first 6 weeks. Parsons to punt again. He'll try to pin the Pats deep. Wind is at the Bears' back, and that's going to go into the end zone. A little too much oomph for Parsons.
Touchback.
Couldn't drop that punt in the corner. Patriots will have it 1st and 10 at their 20. 3:09 left in the first quarter. Cunningham and Calhoun in the backfield. Morgan and Jackson your wideouts. Russ Francis the tight end. Grogan under center facing a 4-3 man coverage on 1st and 10. Grogan to throw. He has time. Short sideline pass. Incomplete. Pass intended for Harold Jackson. Well covered by Terry Schmidt. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for New England. Willie McClendon must have found that Snickers bar because he's A-OK on the Chicago sidelines. Oops. Motion for the Patriots. Why is this going slow? It's a sweep to Cunningham. I clicked slow by accident. Cunningham gets around the corner and a 1st down. Let's watch that replay in regular speed. Excellent sweep by the Patriots. Great blocking by New England. Springs Sam Bam Cunningham.
First down.
Moves the chains, gain of 13. Jumbo package for New England. 2 tight ends, Hasselbeck and Francis. Ivory, Calhoun, and Andy Johnson in the backfield. Everyone bunched up in the middle for the Bears. On 1st and 10, Grogan throws a quick out to Hasselbeck.
Second down.
Incomplete. Gary Campbell had the coverage. Patriots did not fool the Bears there. Bears were playing run, but quickly red pass after the play action. 2nd and 10. Patriots go to a more traditional set. Split backfield of Cunningham and Calhoun. Man coverage, 4 down linemen for Chicago on 2nd and 10. Motion for New England towards the bottom of the screen. It's a sweep. Cunningham to the right. Struggles for 3 yards, brought down by a very young Dan Hampton. That will leave 3rd and 7 for New England with 1:37 and counting in this first quarter. No score. Ivory and Cunningham are your backs. Morgan and Jackson your wideouts for the Patriots. Russ Francis is the tight end. Grogan likes to go to Francis. Man coverage 3-4. For the Bears. Complete to Francis. He breaks a tackle, crosses midfield.
First down.
Russ Francis has been money in the bank. Gain of 18, tripped up by Jerry Muckensturm of the Chicago Bears. Let's watch that replay in slow motion. Grogan, they picked up the pass rush quite well. Grogan, a quick hitter to Francis. Looked like he was going to be initially stopped before the first down. He busted through the tackle and picked up 18 yards. The Patriots move the chains once again. Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Will New England get a playoff? Morgan and Westbrook to the top of the screen. Jackson and Pennywell to the bottom. Ivory the lone setback. 4-3 zone coverage on 1st and 10 for Chicago. Grogan to throw. He has time. He pumps. He throws. Sidelines. Incomplete.
Second down.
Pass intended for Harold Jackson. He was blanketed by Tom Hicks. 2nd and 10 as the first quarter is coming to an end. Grogan at the line of scrimmage with the offense. 4-3 man coverage for the Bears on 2nd and 10. Grogan, screen, incomplete. That pressure was right in Grogan's face. He was hit. He threw off his back foot. Lucky that ball was not picked off. The screen was intended for Sam Bam Cunningham. Another 3rd and long for New England. 41 seconds left in the first quarter. It's a scoreless slobber knocker here in the Windy City at Soldier Field. Patriots going into the win for 41 more seconds. Morgan to the top of the screen. Westbrook, Jackson, Pennywell to the bottom. Ivory the lone setback. This looks like a zone coverage here. 4-2. No, it looks like a 4-3 two-deep zone coverage for Chicago. Motion for the Patriots. Definitely zone coverage. Grogan, lots of time. Throws. Incomplete.
4th down.
The Bear zone swallows up the passing lane. Grogan tried to zip it into Stanley Morgan. Doug Plant batted it down. 4th and 10. Hare to punt from about his 38. The punt is off. It's that's going to go into the end zone.
Touchback.
It's a touchback for the Bears. 29 seconds left. Bears with the win for 29 more seconds in the first quarter. 1st and 10 for Chicago at their 20. Williams and Payton the backs. Watts, Bashnagel your wideouts. Lotta's the tight end. 4-3 man coverage for New England on 1st and 10. There is a flag, and it's going to be on the Bears. Movement. 1st and 15 for Chicago from their 15. Williams and Payton again the backs. Man coverage 3-4 for New England. Motion for Chicago. Phipps under duress throws towards the sidelines. Deep. Incomplete. Diving effort by Ricky Watts. Mike Phipps is definitely feeling the yips. Patriots are getting decent pressure on the former Cleveland Brown. 21 seconds left. 2nd and 15. Split backfield of Williams and Walter Payton. 2 deep zone, 4 down linemen for New England on 2nd and 15. It's a handoff to Sweetness. Walter Payton shimmy shams. Cuts back middle. Picks up 10. Dragged down by Steve Nelson. That will leave 3rd and 5. That might be the final play of the first quarter. 4 wide receivers for Chicago. Richards, Bashnagel, Scott to the top of the screen. Watts to the bottom. Peyton, the lone setback. Patriots playing 2 deep zone. 3-4. And that ends the first quarter. We are scoreless here in Chicago. Patriots, 91 yards of offense. The Bears, 34 yards of offense. It has been blood, sweat, and snot here at Windy Soldier Stadium in Chicago. Now Chicago's going into the wind on 3rd and 5. Again, 4 wide out set. Peyton, the lone setback. Patriots playing man coverage. 3-4. Motion for the Bears. Actually, zone coverage for the Patriots. Peyton is swarmed under. Walter Payton on the trap play gets no gain. Sam Hunt beats the blockers. Stays low, slows up Peyton, held on to his legs, and the rest of the Patriots swarmed Walter under like a New England Ocean. 4th and 5. Parsons the punt from about his 10. Patriots should have pretty good field position as Parsons punts into the wind. Morgan with a good return as he cut left towards the middle, picks up 9 yards on the 38-yard punt. Patriots will start 1st and 10 at their 46, wind at their backs. The Bears could not capitalize with the win. Can the Patriots? 14-12 left in a scoreless first half. First place New England out of the AFC East, 4-2, taking on first place Chicago, 6-0 out of the NFC Central. Cunningham and Ivory are your backs. Jackson and Morgan your wideouts. Francis the tight end. Grogan under center. 4-3 defensive line in tight man coverage for Chicago on 1st and 10. Play action fake by Grogan underneath to Horace Ivory. He's going to pick up 7. Made 1 move, barreled forward. Jerry Muckensturm on the stop. 2nd and 3. Patriots go jumbo. Cunningham, Ivory, Calhoun, the backs, Hasselbeck, and Francis, the 2 tight ends. Everyone up in the box for the Bears, challenging this 2nd and 3. Will it be a play-action fake? Grogan's going to throw. He's looking for Francis on the deep corner route. Incomplete.
3rd down.
A leaping attempt by Russ Francis. Tom Hicks was a step behind him. Grogan just missed him. 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3. Cunningham and Ivory are your split backs. Francis and Hasselbeck your tight ends. Jackson the lone wideout. Looks like a 2-deep zone possibly here for the Bears. Defensive line in tight to protect against the inside run. Grogan, they pick up the rush. He throws. Incomplete.
4th down.
Pass was a little behind Harold Jackson. 4th and 3. Patriots are going to punt. It's a defensive struggle here in Chicago. Hare gets the punt off, trying to pin the Bears back. That's going to bounce into the end zone. Bears will have it 1st and 10 at their 20. 13-17 left in a scoreless first half. 2 tight ends set for Chicago. Latta and Cobb are your tight ends. Peyton and Williams are your backs. Brian Bashnagel is the lone wideout. 4-3 set for New England on 1st and 10. Man coverage. Pitch out to Peyton. Peyton to his left, not much at all. Struggles for 2 yards. Rod Schote brings him down for New England. 2nd and 8. Peyton goes to the sideline. McClendon comes in. McClendon got his bell rung, but he seems A-okay now. So it's McClendon and Williams in the backfield. Man coverage 3-4 for New England. 2nd and 8. Pitch to Williams. Williams, nothing to his left.
Down, out of bounds.
No gain. He is hit quite rudely out of bounds by this swarming New England Patriots defense. Coach Ron Earhart likes that. 3rd and 8. Phipps looking to convert here. Chicago goes 4 wide. Richards, Bashnagel to the top. Scott and Watts to the bottom. Peyton the lone setback. 4 down linemen. This could be a possible 3-deep zone on 3rd and 8 for New England. It is. Phipps throws, sidelines, incomplete.
Fourth down.
Nearly picked off by Doug Bedoin. Another failed third down conversion brings Parson on the field to punt. Patriots should have good field position here. Here comes Mike Haynes. The defensive back only picks up 3 yards on the 35-yard punt. Remember, Parsons and the Bears are going into the wind here in the second quarter, and it's a very strong wind. They couldn't take advantage of the wind in the first quarter, but the Patriots have not taken advantage of the wind in the second quarter. Patriots will start 1st and 10 at their 46. 2 tight ends set, Francis and Hasselbeck. Jackson the lone wideout, Cunningham the up back, Ivory behind him. Everyone up in the box except for the free safety Plank for Chicago. Motion for the Patriots. Brogan hands it to the up back, Sam Bam Cunningham. Cunningham struggles for 2, brought down by Alan Page, the former Minnesota Viking. That will leave 2nd and 8 for New England at their 48. Calhoun and Johnson are your backs now. Man coverage 3-4 for the Bears on 2nd and 8. Grogan takes it himself.
3rd down.
Former Kansas State quarterback. Only can pick up 2. Was hit very hard by Mike Hartenstein. Potato. 3rd and 6 for New England. They've had some success on 3rd down, the Patriots. Under 11 to play in this first half. We are scoreless here at Windy Soldier Field. Battle of first-place teams. Patriots, Bears. Cunningham and Ivory your backs. Jackson and Morgan the wideouts. Francis the tight end. Grogan under center. 3-4 man coverage for the Bears on 3rd and 6. Motion for the Patriots. Grogan. Delayed handoff to Sam Bam Cunningham. He's got the first.
1st down. Injury.
Bears not happy with that spot, but Sam Bam barreled for 6. That will move the chains. We do have an injury on the field. It's the left inside linebacker for the Bears, Tom Hicks, and he got his bell rung. The veteran Doug Buffon will come in, and when someone gets their bell rung, you know what happens. Ring my bell, ring my bell. So it's Tom Hicks' turn to look for a Snickers bar on the sideline. Lee Briner has joined us. I believe this is our good friend Lee, who makes some of these wonderful seasons. He is a mod season creator as well as helps out with the artwork. So thank you very much, our good friend Lee. Patriots 1st and 10. 9:51 to play in the scoreless first half. Cunningham and Ivory your split backs. Jackson the wide out. Francis Hasselbeck the 2 tight end set. Everyone up in the box for the Bears looking for run, except for the free safety Plank. It's a sweep to Ivory to the right. Ivory gains the corner, stays low, picks up 4. The veteran Doug Buffon makes the stop. 2nd and 6. Grogan brings the offense to the line of scrimmage. Cunningham and Calhoun the split backs. Man coverage, 4 down linemen for the Bears. Grogan sweep the other way with Sam Bam, and he got bamboozled. Alan Page turning back the hands of time, beats the block, and destroys Cunningham. He hit him so hard he took him right off his feet, nearly decleated him. What a play by Alan Page. 3rd and long for New England. It is 9 yards that they must pick up. The Patriots will go 4 wide. Pennywell and Jackson to the top. Westbrook and Morgan to the bottom. Horace Ivory the lone setback. Brogan under center looking against, it looks like a 2-deep zone, 4 down lineman for the Bears. Brogan to throw. He has time. Middle. Complete to Harold Jackson. What a catch by Harold Jackson. He got nailed by Terry Schmidt, and I believe it was Doug Buffon. But the veteran Harold Jackson, the former Ram, holds on to the pigskin. Once again, the Patriots convert on 3rd and long, but can they put some points up? Remember, John Smith missed the field goal on their opening drive. 14 yards. Tom Hicks found that Snickers bar on the sideline. He seems A-OK. Jake Cruz has joined us here at Windy Soldier Field, along with Lee Biner. And Cutter Historical. Check out that wonderful channel. Cutter Historical has lots of good stuff up there. Out of the Ballpark, Title About Boxing, and ASG Golf. 1st and 10 for New England at the Chicago 29. Johnson and Ivory are your backs. Jackson, the lone wideout. Patriots have gone a lot to this 2 tight end set with Francis and Hasselbeck. Looks like man coverage here, 4 down linemen. That middle might be susceptible to a trap play for New England, as the Chicago defensive line is split out wide. It's Ivory to the left, and he runs right into the wide line split. No gain, and Alan Page just swallowed him up and brought him down like he was the whale and Ivory was Pinocchio. Or if you want to go biblical, the whale and Jonah, I do believe. 7:08 and counting in the first half. Cunningham and Calhoun the backs, Jackson and Morgan. Your wideouts, Hasselbeck goes off the field as Morgan comes on. Francis the tight end. 2 deep zone, 4 down linemen on 2nd and 10. Grogan, they pick up the rush. Incomplete off the hands of Harold Jackson. Jackson looks at his hands. He thinks he should have made the catch, and it sure looked like he should have made the catch. He had Terry Schmidt beat in that zone coverage. The blitz did not get to Grogan. One of these times, the Patriots are going to beat that blitz quite big. 3rd and 10 from the Chicago 29. John Smith warms his leg on the sidelines. This time the win will be with Smith if the Patriots attempt a field goal from this spot. If they don't pick up any yardage, it would be a 46-yard field goal. I believe that's what he missed his first time, but that was into the wind. Pennywell and Jackson to the top of the screen for New England. Westbrook and Morgan to the bottom. Horace Ivory, the lone running back. Man coverage, or possibly 3 deep zone. I don't know. We shall see in a moment. 3rd and 10. Grogan will take the snap. Has time. Throws behind Harold Jackson. 4th and 10. Grogan with a bad pass. And on 4th and 10, the offense stays on the field. Or did I hit replay? We will find out. Nope. There it is. 4th and 10. Complete to Morgan. They convert. Unbelievable. 4th and 10. Ron Earhart, not having any faith in his kicker, keeps the offense on the field. I mean, the ball was on the 29. Grogan to Stanley Morgan. The Roadrunner picks up 10. They move the chains. Let's watch the replay in slow motion. You see motion for the Patriots. Here comes the blitz. Grogan, very cool in that pocket. Morgan ran a medium hitch, made the catch, made a quick turn, lunged forward, picked up the first down. 6:16 and counting in the first half. Patriots trying to put the first points up on the board. Their second successful drive. Their initial drive ended with a John Smith missed field goal into the wind. 2 deep zone for the Bears. 1st and 10, New England. Chicago 19. It's a handoff to Cunningham. Cunningham to his left, follows his blocks for 3 yards. Gary Campbell on the tackle. 2nd and 7, under 6 to play. Bears again playing zone coverage. That's dangerous to do down near the goal line. Jackson and Morgan, your wideouts. Francis, the tight end. Ivory and Johnson, that's Andy Johnson, the former Georgia quarterback, are the running backs. You got to watch Francis here somewhere in the middle. If he finds a seam in that zone, it could be a touchdown. Grogan takes the snap. Quick hitter to Francis. Francis goes for 6. Francis sliced in between the zone coverage. Was brought down by Terry Schmidt. 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. Under 5 to play in this first half. No score, but the Patriots are threatening. This is a battle of first-place teams. The AFC East leading Patriots at 4-2 against the NFC Central leading Chicago Bears, who are undefeated at 6-0. Ivory and Cunningham, your backs. 2 tight ends for New England. Francis and Hasselbeck. Jackson, who has caught quite a few passes out of this formation, the lone wideout. Everyone up for the Bears trying to stop the run on 3rd and 1. It's a handoff to Horace Ivory, and it's a good run.
1st down.
The Patriots' offensive line wins the day at the line of scrimmage, pushing the Bears' defense back. Ivory goes for 5. It will be 1st and goal for New England. Just over 4 to play in this half. 2 tight ends set again. Calhoun and Cunningham, your backs. Everyone up for the Bears, playing the run on 1st and goal from the 5. Motion for the Patriots to the top of the screen. It's a pitch to Cunningham. He gets around the corner. Touchdown, Patriots. New England finally burst the bubble of the Bears defense. Excellent blocking on the sweep right to Sam Bam Cunningham. Cunningham soars into the end zone. 5 yards and the Nestea plunge. Let's watch the replay in slow motion. Tremendous blocking here. They motioned the way they were going to sweep. Jackson got a pretty good block in also. They sealed the inside on the sweep. And Cunningham was around the corner and in for 6. 6-0 New England. Smith for the extra point. That was a tremendous drive, culminating in the 5-yard touchdown run by Sam Bam Cunningham. 14 plays, 54 yards, as the Patriots had the short field, with Parsons punting into the wind for Chicago. Patriots drained 7 minutes and 48 seconds off the clock. 9 rushes, 24 yards, 3 for 5 for Grogan for 30 yards. 6-0 New England. John Smith will try to make it 7-0. Owen to hold. Smith puts it up and through.
It's good.
So unlike the field goal attempt, Smith puts it through. 7-0 New England. With 4:06 to play in the first half. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Smith to kick off. Again, the wind is with the Patriots. The Bears are going into the wind here in the second quarter. From the 2 comes Watershed. Watershed crosses the 20. Brought down at the 26. 22-yard return by Len Watershed. Peyton and Williams are your backs. 2 tight ends set for Chicago. They're going into the wind. Will they just try to give the ball to Peyton? Cobb and Lotta, the tight ends. Bashnagel, the lone wide out. Take a sip of water. Patriots have everyone up in the box on 1st and 10. Pitch to Williams. He's brought down. 3-yard loss. Mike Hawkins was a hawk on that. Patriots again winning the day at the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 13. Let's see if Phipps can do something here. Watts comes on the field as Cobb goes out. Watts, the receiver, to the top of the screen. Split backfield, Peyton and Williams. It's a blitz. A handoff to Peyton. He runs right into the blitzing linebackers. Peyton brought down no gain, slowed up by the blitz, and then Sam Hunt wraps him up for the tackle. Bears fans getting a bit antsy. They're sensing their undefeated streak could be coming to an end here in Week 7. 3rd and 13. Bears go 4 wide. Scott and Watts to the top. Bashnagel and Richards to the bottom. Walter Payton, the man they call Sweetness, the lone setback. Patriots playing mano-y-mano. No safety help here. On 3rd and 13. Motion for the Bears. Phipps under duress. Patriots will sack him out of bounds.
4th down, out of bounds.
Oh boy, there's a flag. Is it a late hit? Illegal block on Chicago. Patriots decline. The Bears will punt. Parsons punts from his 1. Patriots might be able to put... 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. Patriots might be able to put some more points on the board. Again, they have the wind. And Parsons is punting into the wind. Patriots should have excellent field position here. Final 2 minutes of the first half. 7-0 New England. Parsons punts from his 1. That's not going to carry... Actually, he really got his foot into that one. Holy cow. Mike Haynes, and that's going into the wind. Bob Parsons with a Herculean punt of 60 yards, and boy, did the Bears need that. What a punt by Parsons. So far, the biggest play of the game for the Bears. Patriots with 1:54 to play in the half. They lead 7-0. in a battle of first-place teams here in Week 7 from Soldier Field. Pennywell and Jackson to the top of the screen. Westbrook and Morgan to the bottom. Ivory under center. Grogan has a propensity to possibly throw an interception. The Bears are one mistake away from getting right back in this game. 1st and 10. 3 deep zone for the Bears. Play action. Grogan throws sideline deep. Incomplete. Horrible pass. Jackson was not near the ball, but was he held? There's a flag on the field. And he was held. Defensive holding on Schmidt. Patriots will have it 1st and 10 at their 28. 1:46 left in the half. Grogan under center. Takes the snap. Quick middle. Incomplete. Pass intended for Carlos Pennywell. Pennywell has some good speed if he can catch the ball. He was covered by Mark Merrill. It was zone coverage 3 deep. 4-2 nickel for the Bears. 2nd and 10 for the Patriots at their 28. Again, zone coverage for the Bears. Grogan barks out the signals. Grogan has time. They pick up the rush. He's throwing deep. Incomplete. Down the sideline. Pass intended for the road runner, Stanley Morgan. But it was a little too far and a little too tall for Stanley Morgan out of Tennessee. 3rd and 10. Bears, if they get a stop here, they might be able to put some points on the board. Patriots go 3 wide to the top of Pennywell, Jackson, and Westbrook. Calhoun the lone setback. Morgan to the bottom of the screen. Zone coverage on 3rd and 10 for Chicago. 4 down linemen. Grogan rolls, throws back the other way. Complete to Morgan. But he only picks up 9. Excellent tackle by Mark Merrill, not allowing Morgan that extra yard that he needed to move the chain. So 4th and 1, what will the Patriots do? Chicago calls timeout. Patriots send out the punt team. Hare to punt from about his 21. Again, the wind is at the Patriots' back. Fielded around the 15 by Schubert. Schubert gets to the outside. A good return by Steve Schubert of 12 yards on the 47-yard punt by Eddie Hare. Bears, 2 timeouts left. They trail 7-0 going into the wind. Phipps has been awful so far. Bears have not been able to mount any type of offense. Bears fans must be wanting them to commit to the run here in the second half when it comes up. Watts and Bashnagel, your wideouts. Lada's the tight end. I formation. Williams the upback. Walter Payton behind him. 4-3, 2 deep zone for New England on 1st and 10. Phipps rolls. He's going to throw middle. Incomplete. Phipps throwing off his back foot. Pass intended for Brian Bashnagel. 2nd and 10. 4 wideouts now for Chicago. Phipps is due for a pick 6, in my opinion. Watts and Scott to the top. Bashnagel and Richards to the bottom. If I were the Bears, I'd throw a screen here to Payton. Let's see if that's what they do. Zone coverage for New England, and Phipps will be blindsided.
3rd down.
Richard Bishop introduces himself to the former Cleveland Brown Mike Phipps. 8-yard loss. Another sack of Phipps, and that's going to give him the heebie-jeebies. He is seeing Patriots even when they're not there, but Richard Bishop was there. Chicago hurries to the line of scrimmage. Under a minute to play. Phipps looking. He looks to throw deep. Sideline pattern. Almost picked off.
4th down.
Ricky Watts wanted the flag. Steve Nelson getting back in coverage, helping out. Got a fingertip on the ball. 4th and 18. Parsons the punt from his 4. 48 seconds left. Will the Patriots come after it? Patriots apply the pressure. Parsons, that's not a good punt at all. The wind kills it, knocking it out of bounds. It was only a 38-yard punt, not the same Herculean effort by Parsons as his last punt of 60 yards. So the Patriots take over. 42 seconds left. 1st and 10 at their 42. The wind is at their back. They have 3 timeouts. John Smith missed a field goal so far. or the Patriots would be up 10-0, but that was a 46-yard attempt into the wind. Patriots go 4 wide. Pennywell, Jackson, Westbrook to the top. Morgan to the bottom. Ivory is the lone running back. Man coverage, it looks like they're doubling, possibly, Harold Jackson. You can see Plank to the top of the screen. Grogan drops back. All day in the world. Throws a quick out. Incomplete.
Second down.
That man-to-man coverage by the Bears choked off that short route. Pass was intended for Harold Jackson, and he was being double-teamed. 36 seconds left. Pennywell and Jackson to the top. Westbrook and Morgan to the bottom. 2 deep zone for the Bears. Ivory, the lone setback. Grogan. Back to pass. Under duress. Throws sidelines. Medium. Incomplete. Pressure got to Grogan. Couldn't really set his feet. 3rd and 10. 30 seconds left in the half. Again, a 2 deep zone for the Bears. 4 wideouts. Don Calhoun is the lone setback for New England. 3rd and 10. Grogan looking underneath Calhoun. Horrible pass. 4th and 10. Patriots cannot do anything with their opportunity. 22 seconds left in the half. Hare to punt. Oh, there's a flag. I think that's on New England. Hare gets the punt off. The wind's carrying that ball. It's going to go out inside the 15. 45-yard punt. Illegal procedure on the Patriots. Chicago accepts. Hare to punt again. I think the Bears are going to come after the punt here. They do. Hare gets it off quickly. Clock going tick, tick, tick on the first half. Watershed fields it and is Malachi crunched after a 2-yard return. 10 seconds left. Looks like Phipps will take a knee. Nope. He's going to throw. Complete the Bashnagel. Crosses midfield and is tackled. The Bears frantically calling for timeout. It looked like he was possibly going to take a knee. They looked like they were just going to kill the clock. Instead, Mike Phipps hits Brian Bashnagel in stride for 35 yards. Prentice McRae, the last-ditch effort, trips him up, or it would have been a touchdown. Chicago uses their last timeout. 4 seconds left. It's the Hail Mary. Phipps looking. He's going to throw this magic bean as far as he can. Will they make the catch? Incomplete in the end zone. So after one half of football, the Patriots lead 7-0. Let's go to some stats. Grogan has thrown the ball 30 times, 12 of 30, 107 yards, no touchdowns, no picks, 40% completion. The running game has really not been... Well, the Patriots have a little bit of a running game. Mike Phipps has turned into what we thought Mike Phipps would be. He's 2-11. 18% completion for 55 yards. The majority coming on that big play to Bashnagel, as we just witnessed. Let's go to the Chicago rushing game, which has been non-existent. Walter Payton has only carried the ball 5 times for 17 yards. I would fire the coach if he doesn't get the ball at least 25 times in the second half. That's just me personally. Patriots, Sam Bam Cunningham, 11 carries, 44 yards, a touchdown, 4 yards per carry. So Sam Bam outdoing Walter Payton, but Payton has not had the opportunities. Receiving, Jackson 4 for 32, Francis 3 for 38, Stanley Morgan 3 for 27. The Patriots have had opportunities, but only 7 points. Remember, John Smith missed a field goal going into the wind. Do we even want to look at Chicago? Well, Bashnagel 1 for 35, Scott for 1 for 20. So when Mike Phipps has been able to complete a pass, it has been a long pass. John Wise, Dave Gardner, Jake Cruz, Lee Briner, and Cutter Historical all here at the field, and others are watching. Greatly appreciate your time. Everyone, let's say hello to Lee. He is a mod season creator. He does a lot of work for free for Pro Strategy Football. Alan Griggy is here. Hope all is well. Long time no see, Alan. I had to bring this game. I'm looking at this game. I go, I can't just sim it. We got to call this game. All right. Let's go to the defense. The Bears' leading tackler Terry Schmid, the left cornerback, with 5. Bears have not had any pressure really on Grogan. For the Patriots, they have sacked Phipps twice. Steve Nelson has a sack and Richard Bishop has a sack. They've put good pressure on Phipps. They have Schote, Nelson, Hunt, and Prentice McRae all with 2 tackles. The kicking game. John Smith missed a field goal and made his extra point. Bob Thomas has not had anything yet. We start the second half. Smith will kick off for the Patriots. The third quarter begins now. 7-0 New England. Bears will take a knee. Watershed takes the knee. So once again, the Bears in the third quarter will be going into the wind. Patriots have to definitely take advantage of this. Andre Ford is here along with Clinton Parks. Payton and Williams, your backs. Again, if they don't give the ball to Walter Payton at least 25 times in the second half, they should fire the coach. Bashnagel and Watts are your wideouts. Lotta's the tight end. 3-4, 2 deep zone for New England. They lead 7-0. Phipps hands it to Payton. And there's Walter Payton. Sweetness, shimmy, shins, high steps. Picks up 12 yards. And the Bears fans are saying that's what we want to see. Big run by Sweetness, Walter Payton. Phipps brings him to the line of scrimmage. Bears fans want the ball to go to Payton. It's a give to Payton again. Struggles to his right for a yard. This time the Patriots swarm. The man called Sweetness, Walter Payton. 1 yard gain. Steve Nelson and company on the stop. 2nd and 9. 4 wideouts for Chicago. Watson, Scott to the top. Bashnagel and Richards to the bottom. Payton alone setback. 3-4, 2 deep zone for New England on 2nd and 9. Pitch out to Payton. Payton, nothing to his right. Nothing at all. Excellent lateral movement by the New England defense. Mel Lunsford will be credited with the tackle. So they're trying to establish Payton on the ground, but the Patriots say none shall pass. 3rd and 9. 4 wideouts set once again for the Bears. Can Mike Phipps get this big conversion here? He'll face a 4-2 nickel. He's going to face a 4-2 nickel here. 2 deep zone. Phipps is going to get sacked. The Patriots. Mel Lunsford gets Mike Phipps. It was quite a hard hit. Phipps lucky to hold on to the pigskin. There's an injury on the field. And it's not looking good as Richard Bishop goes limping off the field for New England. Julius Adams will come in at defensive right end. They will work on Bishop's leg. It looks like the hamstring there. And the word from the sidelines is the hamstring. Parsons the punt from his 10. The Patriots D holds. Parsons punting into the wind. 12-19 and counting here in the third quarter. 7-0 New England. Stanley Morgan waves his hand in the air. Fair catch. 37-yard punt. Patriots start. 1st and 10 at their 37. But their lead is only 7-0. Patriots have Grogan under center, Francis at tight end, Sam Bam Cunningham and Horace Ivory in the backfield. Harold Jackson to the top of the screen, Stanley Morgan to the bottom. Clinton Parks says, hell of a replacement. Adams was a great player. Yes, he was. So we have Clinton Parks, Andre Ford, Alan Griggy, John Wise, Dave Gardner, Jake Cruz, Lee Briner. Again, Lee is a mod season creator and also works on the animation and much, much more for Pro Strategy Football 2022. It is a work of love, as none of us who help out with the game, and I only do a little bit. I do some mod test, I do some beta testing. These other guys are incredible with the artwork, with the season creation. It's unbelievable. And we all do it for free. Cutter Historical's also here. And this is a marvelous game. Highly recommended. It gets better each and every year. And the best is yet to come. with version 23, which will be out probably in August. And you're going to be able to play along with the new season. Can't go wrong, my friends. 1st and 10 for New England. It's a blitz. Cunningham bounces to the outside, but is stretched out.
Second down. Out of
No
bounds.
gain. They try to go off tackle left. That got bamboozled. Cunningham tried to take it to the outside. Nothing there for Sam Bam. 2nd and 10 for New England at their 37. Ivory and Johnson are your backs now. 4-3, 2 deep zone for Chicago. Grogan takes it himself. He sprints forward, almost
First
getting
down.
to midfield. Steve Grogan turning back the hands of time. He thought he was back at Kansas State. Picks up 11, tripped up by Tom Hicks. Big conversion there for the Patriots. 1st and 10 for New England at their 48. They encroach upon Bear territory. The Bears digging in, showing their claws, wanting to stop this drive here and now. Cunningham and Calhoun are the backs. 2 tight ends for New England, Francis and Hasselbeck. Jackson the lone wideout. The Patriots have thrown quite a bit out of this formation. 1st and 10. Cunningham to his left. I think the Bears are offsides.
Penalty.
I think the Bears were offsides. 2-yard gain for Cunningham. Offside Chicago. New England accepts. It'll be 1st and 5 at the Chicago 47. I formation, 2 tight ends, everyone tight to the line. Cunningham the up back, Calhoun behind him. Bears playing a 2 deep zone, 4 down linemen. I assume they're playing the run on 1st and 5. Pitch out to Cunningham, nothing. 4-yard loss. Jim Osborne and the Bears show their claws and teeth. Cunningham gets up slowly. It'll be 2nd and 9. Morgan back on the field at wideout as Hasselbeck goes to the sidelines. Cunningham, the up back, Calhoun behind him. 2nd and 9. Will Grogan look to Francis here? We shall see. It's a blitz. Grogan, quick out. I think that was to
3rd
Jackson.
down.
No, it was to Francis, but Grogan had no time. It was a ballroom blitz. Chicago threw everything, including the kitchen and bathroom sinks at Steve Grogan and the Patriots. It worked. 3rd and 9. Bishop seems A-OK on that Patriots sidelines. He should be back in the game when next the New England Patriots are on defense. Big 3rd and 9 here from the New England 49. Patriots go 4 wide. Morgan to the bottom. Westbrook, Jackson, and Pennywell to the top. Horace Ivory, the lone setback. 2 deep zone for the Bears. Actually, 2 deep zone. They give it to Ivory.
4th down.
Only picks up 3. Bears quickly swarm to him. Tom Hicks and company on the tackle. Patriots will be forced to punt. Under 10 to play in the 3rd quarter. Hare to punt from about his 35. Trying to pin the Bears back. The wind at Hare's back. What a punt. Bounces out, I believe, at the 2 or the 1. 46-yard punt by Eddie Hare. Chicago, they'll spot it at the 2. So Mike Phipps and this Bears offense, which has been very anemic to say the least, will start in the shadow of their own end zone. Patriots smelling safety here. Watts and Bashnagel, your wideouts. Lotta, the tight end. Williams, the up back. Payton behind him. It's a staggered backfield. 1st and 10. Pitch to Payton. He just gets out of the backfield, turns the corner,
2nd down.
picks up 3 yards, something out of nothing. That was a nice little run by Walter Payton to avoid the safety. Was tackled by Richard Bishop back on the field after his hamstring injury. 2nd and 7. Payton goes to the sidelines. Bears try to stretch out this Patriot defense, which has been stout. Richards and Bashnagel to the top of the screen. Scott and Watts to the bottom. McClendon in for Walter Payton. Will Phipps attempt to air it out into the wind here on 2nd and 7? I don't think so. It's a pitch to McClendon, and he's brought down. That's a 2-yard loss. Mike Hawkins was the Hawk on that play. That will leave Chicago with a 3rd and 9. Peyton back on the field. Again, a 4 wide out set. Ball at the Chicago 3. Patriots look like they're in a zone coverage 4 down lineman. Looks like a 4-2 nickel. Phipps, middle, incomplete.
4th down. Penalty.
Bashnagel wanting the flag, saying he was held by Doug Bedoin. The officials, they're meeting up, and it is holding on Bedoin. The Bears get a 1st down. 1st and 10 for Chicago. The drive stays alive thanks to the holding call on the Patriots. 8:02 left in the 3rd quarter. 7-0 New England. Peyton and Williams, your split backs. Bashnagel and Watts, your wideouts. Lata's the tight end. Man coverage. 3-4 for New England. Williams to the right. Williams makes a nice, tough run. Barrels for 6 before Steve Nelson brings him down. 2nd and 4 for Chicago. At their 14. 2 tight end set. Cobb and Lata. Peyton and Williams, your backs. Bashnagel. Remember, they went deep to Bashnagel late in the first half out of this set. No safety help for the Patriots. Everyone up in the box playing the run, probably playing Peyton. Motion. Bashnagel motion to the top. Peyton, opposite motion, picks up the 1st down.
1st down. Penalty.
10 yards for Walter Payton. Tim Fox on the tackle, but there's another flag. Another defensive holding. The Bears decline. So Peyton starting to get the wheels a churning here. They'll stick with a 2 tight end set. On 1st and 10 from the Chicago 24. Motion again, Bashnagel to the top. Pitch to Peyton that way, and this time he is brought down for a 1-yard loss. A very angry Richard Bishop brings down Sweetness. Chicago now faces a 2nd and 11. Cobb goes off the field. Watts comes back on at wide out. Williams and Peyton, your split backs. 3-4 man coverage for the Patriots, 2nd and 11. Motion. Phipps looking, throws, middle, incomplete.
3rd down.
That was a long post pattern to Ricky Watts against the 3-deep zone. Nothing to show for it. 3rd and 11, 6:03 to play in the 3rd quarter. Patriots cling to a 7-0 lead. The Patriots really have dominated this game on defense, but Chicago is one big play away from tying it. And Dave Gardner, you are correct. The Bucks did win the division this year in 1979 in reality. Would go to the NFC Championship game, would have it at home, and would lose 9-0 to the Rams. The Rams the prior week upset the Cowboys as Vince Ferragamo, I believe, hit Billy Waddy for the touchdown on the medium cross. Ferragamo to Waddy. Look it up. I'm pretty sure that's how they beat the Cowboys in the playoff game. I was going nuts as a kid. And that would be the last game that Roger Staubach would ever play in, that playoff game. Here we go. 4 wide. Peyton the lone setback. 3rd and 11 for the Bears. Zone coverage for New England. Phipps, lots of time. Throws middle. Complete the Golden Richards, and he was golden on that catch. Golden Richards, the former Cowboy, picks up 17 yards. Prentice McCray trips him up. But that was a big play for Phipps and this Bears offense, which has been awful. Under 6 to play in this 3rd quarter. Phipps brings the offense to the line of scrimmage. Maybe they have some confidence now. McClendon and Williams are your backs. Williams directly behind Phipps. McClendon to his left. Watts and Bashnagel, your wideouts. Lata's the tight end. Man coverage 4-3 for the Patriots on 1st and 10. Motion for the Bears to the top of the screen. Sweep opposite motion. McClendon turns the corner, picks up 4. Patriots, good pursuit. 2nd and 6. McClendon off the field. Peyton on the field. 3-4, 2-deep zone for the Patriots on 2nd and 6. Pitch to Williams. Williams to the left. Struggles for 1. Richard Bishop on the tackle. 3rd and 5. 4 wideouts for the Bears. Watts to the top of the screen. Scott, Bashnagel, and Golden Richards to the bottom. Walter Payton, the lone setback. Patriots playing man with 3 down linemen. Phipps to throw. Looking deep. Complete to Golden Richards again. The man with the blonde locks out of the back of his helmet picks up 29 yards as Phipps throws a weeble wobbler into the wind. Richards has really turned the tide of battle with these last 2 receptions. Let's watch that replay in slow motion. A huge play for the Bears as they're threatening to tie this game. There's the pump fake, there's the weeble wobble, and there's Richards with the one-hand grab. And some yak. Yards after the catch, 29 yards when it's all said and done. Huge conversion there for the Bears. 1st and 10 for Chicago at the New England 26. Bears desperately want to stay in the land of the undefeated. Williams and Payton are your backs. Lotta is a tight end. Watson, Bashnagel, your wideouts. 4-3, 2-deep zone for New England on 1st and 10. New England jumps offside. Payton with a free play. And he is pummeled for a 2-yard loss. The penalty will be on New England. Offsides New England. Chicago accepts 1st and 5. 1st and 5 for the Bears at the New England 21. Lee Briner says, just finished 1947 All-American Football Conference, which was a rival to the NFL in 46, 47, and 48. Maybe 49. I can't remember. He says, should have that released tomorrow. Then we'll do the 49. Okay, it was 49, as Lee says right there. Then we'll do the 49 AAF this weekend. And once completed, we will have every pro season free. Every pro season. How much, Al? Free. Okay, explain this to me, Al, Red Sox fan. Okay, if you purchase Pro Strategy Football 2022, yeah. You're telling me, Al, I'm telling you, every season's free. Yeah. But it must only be like 1 or 2 seasons. No. Like Lee said, 1940 to 2021, every season is free. Created by the mod community. But what if, I don't agree with some of the ratings? Can I switch them? Yes, you can. Really? Yes. But you know what? The ratings are pretty damn good, so leave them be. Thank you very much, Mr. Lee. Awesome sauce, my friend. And yes, wait until you see the animation for 2023. I'll leave it at that. They're going to tweak it a bit, I think, with the quarterback and something else, but it's absolutely amazing. So much fun, this game. So much fun. All right, here we go. 1st and 5 for Chicago, 3:21 and counting. Actually, no, 3:21. The flag stopped the clock. They're going jumbo package, 2 tight ends, Cobb and Lotta. They trail by 7. Payton, McClendon, and Williams are your backs. Everyone up in the box, squished in the middle for the Patriots. If the Bears can turn the corner, they might go for 6. Payton up the middle. Payton accelerates, 1st down. He's racing to the end zone. Tripped up by Mike Hawkins. He saves the touchdown. For the moment, D. Scott Howard says, free? How much are they? Really? LOL. D. Scott Howard knows. He's the GOAT whisperer. Listen to D. Scott, the GOAT whisperer. As D. Scott Howard, from the voice of a legend, the GOAT whisperer, D. Scott Howard, best deal out there. Absolutely. 1st and goal for Chicago. They trail 7-0. Ball at the New England 10. It's 10 yards or bust for Chicago. I would assume they're going into the wind. Payton and Williams your backs. Lotta's the tight end. Watts and Bashnagel your wideouts. I would give the ball to Payton here 4 freaking times. Phipps barks out the signals. Motion. Phipps to throw. Phipps to the end zone. Incomplete. Bears fans hold their breath. Mike Hawkins tried to pick off that pass intended for Dave Williams, the fullback. 2nd and goal from the 10. Payton and Williams once again the backs. 3-4 man coverage for New England. It's a sweep to Peyton to his right. Peyton struggles for
Third
one.
down.
Mel Lunsford and the Patriots swarm on sweetness. 3rd and goal from the New England 9. Peyton goes off the field to the shock of the Bears fans here at Soldier Field. 4 wideouts. Watts, Scotts to the top. Bashnagel and Golden Richards, who has been a golden gem on this drive. 2 big receptions, putting the Bears in point-blank range. Can he do it again? McClendon, the lone setback. The ball and the faith of the Bears in the arm of Mike Phipps, a reject from the Cleveland Browns. Phipps pitches to McClendon, and he's going to get in for the touchdown!
Touchdown.
What blocking by the line and the wideouts to the right. Golden Richards put a nice block and helped spring McClendon into the end zone. Willie McClendon goes in for the Nestea plunge. Patriots playing pass all the way. Phipps and the Bears pulled one over on the Pats. Pitch right. Nothing but air for Willie McClendon as he goes in for 6. Let's watch that replay in slow motion. Bashnagel and Richards did a nice job blocking down there. McClendon made one move and accelerated, and he was in.
Touchdown.
As he crosses the goal line. Bob Thomas will go for the tie. What a drive into the wind for the Bears. I guess that's why they're 6-0. They started this drive at their 2. 14 plays, chewed up 7 minutes and 36 seconds of clock. 10 rushes, 42 yards. 2 big receptions by Golden Richards for 46 yards. 2 penalties for 10 yards. 7-6. Bob Thomas for the tie. Vince Evans to hold. The kick is up, and it is good. We're knotted at 7. With 1:49 to play in the third quarter. Those opportunities missed by the Patriots look like they've come back to haunt New England. Thomas to kick off. 1:49 left in the third quarter. We're knotted at 7 here at Soldier Field. Patriots with the win for 1:49. Westbrook races up and is taken out by the knees. Doesn't make the 20. They'll spot it at the 19. 1:37 left. Again, the Patriots have the wind for this 1:37. Cunningham and Calhoun are the running backs for New England. Francis the tight end. Jackson and Morgan the wideouts. 2 deep zone, 4-3 for Chicago on 1st and 10. Motion. Incomplete. Grogan, miscommunication with Stanley Morgan. Morgan went to the in. Grogan threw to the out. Lucky that Gary Campbell didn't have a pick 6 for the Bears. 2nd and 10. Johnson and Ivory are split backs. 2 tight ends. Pitch to Ivory. Ivory nailed in the backfield. The Bears swarm over the blockers. 3-yard loss. Flag on the field. Offsetting penalties. It's a mulligan. Holding on the defense, illegal block on the offense. Horace Ivory would like to know who threw the illegal block, as he was hit by several Bears, and would like to thank that man. So 2nd and 10 again. Andy Johnson, the up back, former Georgia quarterback. Horace Ivory behind him. Jackson and Morgan, your wideouts. Francis, the tight end. Will it be a post route to Francis? Man coverage, 4-3. Chicago, 2nd and 10. Motion. Morgan. Ivory with the handoff. Loss of 1. Jim Osborne on the tackle. 3rd and 11. Clock going tick, tick, tick. 7-7 game. Third quarter coming to an end. Pennywell and Jackson to the top. Westbrook and Morgan to the bottom. Ivory the lone setback. 2 deep zone for Chicago on 3rd and 11. Grogan, a lot of time, throws to the sticks. Complete to Jackson, first down.
First down.
Another clutch catch by the former Los Angeles Ram, the veteran Harold Jackson, gain of 14. Gary Fensick on the tackle. Patriots trying to get one more play off. It's a pitch to Calhoun. Calhoun, shimmy shams, gets to the outside. First down, 11 yards. That will end the third quarter. 15 more minutes of football. We are tied at 7. Will the Bears stay in the land of the undefeated, or will New England put the first loss on these fearsome Chicago Bears of 1979? Bears have been overachieving for sure. Final 15 minutes. So, I believe the Patriots are going into the win now. 2 tight end set, Hasselbeck and Francis. 1st and 10 for New England at their 43. Ivory and Cunningham are the running backs. Jackson the lone wideout. 2 deep zone. 4 down linemen for Chicago on 1st down. Grogan throws, looking for Jackson. Incomplete.
2nd down.
That was a deep out route. The Bears are playing 2 deep zone run, keying the halfback. So 2nd and 10 for New England. 14:52 left in the game. Remember, the Patriots are going into the wind now. John Smith has missed a field goal into the wind. Ivory and Cunningham, your split backs. 4-3 man coverage for Chicago on 2nd and 10. It's a blitz. Quick hitter, incomplete.
3rd down.
The blitz, the Bears choking off the short routes. Grogan tried to hit all-world tight end Russ Francis, but Gary Fensick was right there. 3rd and 10. Patriots go 4 wide. Jackson and Pennywell to the bottom. Westbrook and Morgan to the top. Don Calhoun, the human bowling ball, the lone setback. 2 deep zone, 3-4. For the Bears, yes, I do believe it's a 3-4. Motion for New England. Grogan, quick hitter, incomplete.
4th down.
Patriots will have to punt. Hare will punt from his 26 or 7. Chicago, Schubert, fair catch. At the 17, 40-yard punt into the wind by Eddie Hare. 14:35 to play. Bears with the wind at their back now. Bashnagel, Watts, your wideouts. Peyton and Williams, your running backs. Lotta's the tight end. 4-3, 2 deep zone for New England, tied at 7. Big game here. Playoff implications. Peyton to his right. Picks up 2.
Down.
Struggles actually for another yard. That's a favorable spot. Good lateral pursuit by this New England defense. 2nd and 7. 2 tight ends now. As Watts goes off the field, Cobb comes in as the 2nd tight end. Williams and Peyton, your split backs. Everyone up in the box for the Patriots, protecting against the run. Phipps might try to go deep to Bashnagel. He's done it before. Nope, sweep right to Peyton. Peyton picks up a few.
3rd down.
Another 3-yard gain for Peyton. Again, excellent lateral pursuit by New England. The tackle was made, or will be credited, to Mike Hawkins. He had a lot of help, though. 3rd and 4. Patriots playing the run, it looks like. Everyone up close. Williams and Peyton are the setbacks. 2 tight ends for the Bears. Bashnagel to the top of the screen, the lone wideout. 3rd and 4. Phipps looking to throw. Incomplete.
4th
Was
down.
trying to hit the backup tight end, Mike Cobb. Mike Haynes had good tight coverage on Cobb. 4th and 4. Parsons to punt from his 6. The wind will be with Parsons. That ball's carrying. Morgan makes the catch. Picks up 4 yards on the return, 42 yards on the punt. 13:04 to play in this game, knotted at 7. First place New England out of the AFC East. First place Chicago out of the NFC Central. Chicago is 6-0 and New England's trying to make that O go. Grogan under center. Ivory and Cunningham the backs. Francis the tight end. Jackson and Morgan the wideouts. 4-3 man coverage for Chicago on 1st down. Play action. Grogan
Incomplete.
tries to hit
2nd down.
Morgan on a quick hitch. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Morgan goes off the field. Hasselbeck comes on in the 2 tight end set. Ivory and Cunningham the backs. It looks like they're doubling either Hasselbeck or Ivory. You can see Plank to the top, number 46. 2nd and 10. Grogan pitches to Ivory. Ivory turns the corner. He's got the first down, crosses midfield.
First down.
Big run by Horace Ivory of 13 yards. Fensick tripped him up. That was a huge play by the Patriots. They're on the Chicago 48, 12-18 and counting in this game. Split backfield of Calhoun and Cunningham. 4-3 man coverage for the Bears. Grogan tries to take it himself. No gain. Allen Page and company wrap him up and bring him down. Grogan did have one very successful run on that play call earlier in the game. 2nd and 10. Francis Hasselbeck, 2 tight ends. Jackson the lone wideout. Ivory, Cunningham, your backs. 4-3, 2 deep zone for Chicago on 2nd and 10. Motion for the Patriots. Sweep opposite motion by Sam Bam Cunningham. He cuts it back towards the middle, picks up 2. Jerry Muckensturm on the stop. Muckensturm mucked up that play. 3rd and 8. Hasselbeck goes off the field. Stanley Morgan back on. I formation. Andy Johnson the up back. Horace Ivory behind him. 4-3 man coverage for Chicago. Motion to the top of the screen for New England. Grogan to throw. Under duress. He scrambles. He heaves the ball deep. Incomplete.
4th down.
Looking for Stanley Morgan on the hook and go. Chicago finally got some pressure on number 14, Steve Grogan. Hare to punt. He'll try to pin the Bears back. He's punting into the wind. Under 11 to play. Schubert, fair catch at the 12. Mike Phipps and the Bears offense. 1st and 10 at the Chicago 12. Walter Payton and Williams are the running backs. Bashnagel and Watts, your wideouts. Lotta's the tight end. Golden Richards, not on the field. He had a lot of success on the touchdown scoring drive. Man coverage 3-4 for New England on 1st and 10. Payton gets to the outside to the right. He's got the first down.
First down.
Sweep right. Payton picks up 12. Phipps brings him to the line of scrimmage. Again, man coverage 4-3 for New England. First down. Williams to the left, to the right, excuse me. He's going to pick up 11 or 12. He picks up 12. So they go with the fresh legs of Williams after Payton picks up 12. 24 yards on 2 carries. Prentice McCray on the tackle. Under 10 to play. Payton goes off the field. McClendon comes on. McClendon had the touchdown run, I do believe. Man coverage 3-4 for New England. 1st and 10. It's a blitz. Williams shimmy shams, breaks tackles. He's close to the first. And he has it. It was a run blitz. That's worth a replay. What? Let's watch that in slow motion. Williams makes a quick move back to the middle. Breaks a tackle. Gets the 10 yards. Bears go jumbo as they go ground and pound. Bears fans have been asking for this all game. Williams, McClendon, and Payton in the backfield. 2 tight ends for the Bears. Everyone up in the box for New England on 1st and 10. Under 9 to play in the game. 7-7. McClendon stopped in the backfield. 2-yard loss. Tony McGee introduces himself to Willie McClendon. 2nd and 12. More traditional set for the Bears, as Bashnagel and Watts are back on the field at wideout. Payton and Williams, your running backs. Lotta is the tight end. 3-4 man coverage for New England. Pitch out to Walter Payton. Payton to the right. And again, he gains the corner. First down. Another 12 yards for Sweetness before he is brought down by the safety, Tim Fox. Phipps brings the Bears to the line of scrimmage. Just over 7 to play in this game. Will the Patriots be able to stop the ground and pound of the Bears? Pitch out left. Williams, he's got the first and more.
First down.
Excellent job of sealing the inside, whether left or right, for these Bears, and springing either Williams or Payton to the outside. Dave Williams goes for 13. And when your defensive back is making tackles 13 yards down the field, as Raymond Claiborne just did, things are not going well for your defense. Patriots defense beginning to tire, it looks like. Under 7 to play in this game. Bears 7, New England 7. Ball at the Patriot 31. Bears have the wind. 2 tight end set. Latta and Cobb. Bashnagel very tight to the line. The lone wideout. Peyton behind Williams in I formation. Everyone bunched in the middle for the Patriots defending the run. Play action. Phipps looks deep to Bashnagel. Complete touchdown.
Touchdown.
Mike Phipps to Brian Bashnagel. And the much maligned Mike Phipps somehow does it again. Every pass he completes, there are not many of them, but they're for a lot of yards. And this one is a Nestea plunge of 31 yards to Brian Bashnagel. The Bears take the lead for the first time in this game late in the fourth quarter. Bears fans erupt here at Soldier Field. 7 plays, 88 yards, 6 rushes, 57 yards, 1 pass, we just witnessed it. Phipps to Bashnagel, touchdown, 31 yards. Here is the replay. It was a play-action fake, Patriots selling out on the run. Play action, Phipps. They've thrown a lot out of this formation deep. There's Bashnagel, deep corner route, and he is in like Errol Flynn.
Touchdown.
There is much jubilation and jocularity on the Bears' sidelines and throughout Soldier Stadium. Thomas with a huge extra point here. Vince Evans to hold. Thomas puts it through.
It's good.
14-7 Chicago. Will they go 7-0? It's looking pretty good. Thomas to kick off. 6:38 left in the game. Patriots are going into a very strong wind. Patriots defense very fatigued. From the end zone comes Clark. Shimmy shims, crosses the 15 and is brought down. Ron Earhart is incensed, wanting Clark to take the knee. Instead, the Patriots will start 1st and 10 at their 16. They trail by 7. They have 3 timeouts left, 6:26 to play. Going into a very strong win. Morgan and Jackson are your wideouts. Francis is the tight end. Cunningham, Calhoun your backs, 1st and 10. Man coverage. Calhoun gets the carry. The human bowling ball to the right, picks up 5. Jerry Muckensturm on the tackle. Under 6 to play. Ivory and Cunningham split backs. Man coverage 4-3 for Chicago, 2nd and 5. Motion for the Patriots. It's a blitz. Pitch out to Sam Bam Cunningham, and he is boom, yeah. 2-yard loss. The young defensive lineman Dan Hampton fights through, stays low, brings down Sam Bam Cunningham. It will leave the Patriots with a 3rd and 7. Grogan has to come up big here. Patriots and Ron Earhart decide to go 4 wide. Westbrook, Jackson, Pennywell to the bottom of the screen. Stanley Morgan, the road runner, to the top. Ivory, the lone setback. Man coverage. Will Grogan look for the road runner, Stanley Morgan? Grogan back to pass. He's going to Ivory out of the backfield. Morgan ran a clearing route. Ivory goes to the vacated space, picks up 12 yards. Patriots move the chains, an injured player on the field. And it's Horace Ivory. Ivory is helped off the field favoring his leg. Don Calhoun comes in. Patriots will have Calhoun and Cunningham at the running back position. Morgan and Jackson, your wideouts. Francis, the tight end. 4:28 to play in the game. 1st and 10 for New England. They trail by 7 at their 31. 4-3 man coverage for the Bears. Pitch to Sam Bam Cunningham. Cunningham tries to cut back, only picks up 1 yard on the sweep left. Gary Campbell on the stop. 2nd and 9, under 4 to play. Calhoun and Johnson are your backs now. Grogan assesses the situation. 4-3 man coverage by the Bears. Grogan gives it to Calhoun. The bowling ball to his left. 3 yards, 3rd and 6. Clock going tick, tick, tick. The wind blowing in Grogan's face. Just over 3 to play. It's Cunningham and Andy Johnson. Morgan and Jackson, the wideouts. Francis, the tight end. Another big third down here against zone coverage 3-4 of the Bears. Ball at the New England 35. Andy Johnson with his first carry. And he doesn't get it far. 1 yard on the trap play. They're going to be questioning that call back in New England. 4th and 5. The Patriots will punt, seeing that they have 3 timeouts. Hare punts into the wind. Another nail in the Patriots' coffin, I guess. Schubert with a good return. Got by the initial tackler. Picks up 8 yards on the 34-yard punt. Bears need to kill 221 to go to 7-0. Chicago 14, New England 7. It has been blood, sweat, and snot here on the turf of Soldier Field. Williams and Payton the backs, 2 tight ends, Lotta and Cobb, Bashnagel the wide out. Everyone up playing the run. Phipps pitches to Payton. Payton fumbles. But the Bears recover. A big hit on Walter Payton. But the pigskin does not take a fortuitous bounce into the New England Patriots' arms. It takes a fortuitous bounce back to the Bears. They dodge a bullet. Ivory looks okay on the sidelines. New England uses their first timeout. 2 left. Williams, and he's brought down on the sweep in the backfield. Loss of 1. Rod Schultz goes blasting through. 3rd and 11. New England uses their second timeout. They have 1 left. A huge 3rd and 11. Will Phipps put the ball up in the air? It's a give to Payton. Payton, tough run up the middle. On the counter right, cut back middle, picks up 5. Steve Nelson, number 57, wrapped him up and brought it down. 4th and 6. Patriots do not call timeout.
2-minute warning.
And the Bears wisely take it to the 2-minute warning. Patriots will have 1 timeout and 2 minutes after the punt. Walter Payton, 19 carries, 89 yards, but it was Willie McClendon mixing everything up. I believe it was 3rd and goal from the 8. They ran a sweep right, and he got in for the touchdown. Then the go-ahead touchdown, Bashnagel for, I think it was 31 yards in the score. 66. Yeah, because his long's 35. He has 66. It was 31 yards in the touchdown. Golden Richards, those 2 big receptions on their first touchdown drive. But we still have the final 2 minutes. Parsons to punt. Patriots come after it. Parsons get the punt off. They don't hit the punter. That's wise. It's going to go out of bounds near the 10. It's a 48-yard punt with the wind. Patriots have to go 90 yards, get the touchdown and the extra point. They have 1 timeout. Calhoun is the setback. Jackson and Pennywell to the bottom of the screen. Westbrook and Morgan to the top. This looks like a 3-deep zone. I think this is going to be a 3-deep zone or a 4-2 nickel man for Chicago. Motion, it's man coverage. Motion for the Patriots. Grogan, incomplete.
2nd down.
Trying to throw a quick hitter to Jackson, which is asinine. 2nd and 10. 3 to the top, 1 to the bottom for the Patriots. Ivory in the backfield. Motion for New England. Grogan rolls. Grogan throws back the other way. Complete to Pennywell. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, and out of bounds. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We said it earlier in the game. Carlos Pennywell has some wheels if he could just catch the ball. And Grogan hits Pennywell on the medium sideline pass. He accelerates up the field for 51 yards. And wisely, when the Bears were closing in and Pennywell knew he could get no more, steps out of bounds, saving the Patriots their timeout. That is a huge play. We're going to watch it in actual speed. This is the replay. From the shadows of their own end zone into Chicago Bear territory, Grogan rolls, throws back to Pennywell. Pennywell got his separation as the Bears followed Grogan rolling opposite way. Grogan really showed a lot of arm strength throwing that ball into the wind opposite of his rollout. Patriots down by 7, a minute 40 left, 1st and 10 at their 39. Overtime could be looming. One timeout for New England. Bears fans not as confident as they once were. Morgan and Westbrook to the top, Jackson and Pennywell to the bottom. Ivory under center, 2 deep zone for the Bears. Grogan barks out the signals. Grogan rolls. He's going to throw back the other way again. Incomplete.
2nd down.
Pass intended for Don Westbrook. Tom Hicks tried to jump the route. Tipped it away. 2nd and 10. At the Bear 39, Patriots need the touchdown and extra point to tie it. They have one timeout, 1:33 left in the game. Westbrook, Jackson, Pennywell to the bottom. Morgan to the top. Calhoun, the human bowling ball, the lone setback. Bears, 4 down linemen. It is a 4-3, 2 deep zone for Chicago, who are up by 7. Patriots moved. It's a delay of game. Back up the bus, Gus. 2nd and 15 for New England at the Chicago 44. They stick with the 4 wideouts, except Pennywell Jackson to the top, Westbrook Morgan to the bottom. Grogan takes the snap, drops back, throws it out. Incomplete.
3rd down.
It'll be 3rd and 15. No punting now. And for some bizarre reason, they go 2 tight ends trying to bunch up the Bears to the middle. Hasselbeck, Francis, the tight ends. Jackson, the lone wideout to the bottom. Ivory and Cunningham, the running backs. Ivory, a pretty good receiver out of the backfield. My guess is they will throw either a post pattern to Francis, or a medium middle to Francis, or a deep out to Jackson. It's 3rd and 15. Grogan to throw. He has time. There's the pass. Ivory out of the backfield. First down. We just mentioned how dangerous Horace Ivory is out of the backfield. He found the seam in the 3-3, 2 deep zone nickel. 17 yards. The Patriots are still in this. Another huge conversion. Here's the replay in slow motion. Ivory escapes the backfield. Grogan waits. Ivory finds the seam. Ivory makes the catch, picks up all he can, and then gets out of bounds. Patriots still have 1 timeout. 1:24 left in the game. Bears fans very anxious now. 4 wide out, 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Ivory in the backfield. Bears playing zone. Grogan looking to pick that zone apart. It's a quick hitter to Morgan, and Morgan gets out of bounds.
2nd down, out of bounds.
6 yards for the road runner, and wisely steps out. 2nd and 4. Patriots inch closer to that game-tying touchdown and extra point. Ball at the Chicago 21. Calhoun in the backfield. Morgan and Westbrook to the top. Jackson and Pennywell to the bottom. This game has been everything we thought it would be. Motion to the top for the Patriots. Grogan, screen, incomplete. Tremendous pressure in the face of Steve Grogan. 3rd and 4. 1:08 left. 2 downs to convert. 3 to the bottom. Stanley Morgan to the top. Ivory the lone setback. Man coverage for the Bears on 3rd and 4. Grogan looks, pumps, throws. Touch! No! Morgan is tripped up. Oh, Lord. Morgan on the hook and go is tackled by Virgil Livers. Let's watch the replay in slow motion. He saves the touchdown for a moment. There's the hook. There's the go. There's Stanley Morgan. He lunged for the end zone but did not get in. I would assume the Patriots will... No, they're going to the hurry-up. Grogan. Motion for the Patriots. Grogan pitches to Ivory. Ivory is stopped in the backfield. It was a trick play. It was going to be a halfback option pass. And Ivory is brought down by a very alert Mike Hardenstein. 6-yard loss. Patriots will have to use their final time. No, they're getting to the line of scrimmage. Grogan. Ivory inside the 5.
3rd down.
Now they'll have to use their timeout, and they do. Holy cow. Some odd play calling down the stretch. 20 seconds left. 2 plays to get in. Grogan comes back on the field after having a discussion with Coach Ron Earhart. Stanley Morgan and Westbrook to the top, Jackson and Pennywell to the bottom. The Patriots are 5 yards away from 6 points and an extra point from tying it. Calhoun the lone setback. Bears stretch right across the field. Will it be a trap play to Calhoun? He'll have to get in if they run a trap. Grogan to throw. End zone. Incomplete.
4th down.
Pass intended for Harold Jackson, the veteran. Defended by Gary Campbell. This is the game. 4th and goal from the Chicago 5. There is not a seat being sat in, as every fan here at Soldier Field is standing. They're chanting defense. Morgan to the top. Will they run a fade to Stanley Morgan or a quick slant? Livers is on Morgan. Westbrook, Jackson, Pennywell to the bottom of the screen. Ivory the lone setback. Will it be a delayed handoff to Horace Ivory? This is it. 4th and goal. Motion to the top for the Patriots. Grogan looking, throws. Touchdown to Pennywell.
Touchdown.
Unbelievable. Pennywell spikes the ball. Pennywell with his 2nd reception on this drive. The Patriots are an extra point away from tying it and sending this game to overtime. We go to slow motion. The last hurrah for the Patriots on offense. And Grogan goes back to Pennywell. And Carlos Pennywell takes the Nestea plunge. Unbelievable. Dave Gardner covering the game for the Boston Herald says, wow. Unbelievable. Let's watch that in actual speed. Motion to the top. Man coverage for the Bears. Grogan. Perfect pass to Pennywell.
Touchdown.
And there's Carlos spiking the ball. Now watch John Smith miss the extra point. What a drive. The Patriots went 90 yards in 1:47, 12 plays, 2 rushes, -3 yards. 5 for 10 was Grogan for 98 yards, a touchdown. He also had a penalty against them. And the big play was the 51-yarder to Carlos Pennywell. Now John Smith will attempt the extra point to tie and send this game to overtime. Tom Owen to hold. Bears going for the block. And it's good. We're going to overtime. Holy cow. Holy cow. 14-14, 7 seconds left. Smith to kick. Will he kick deep? Yes, he will. Bears hoping for a miracle return. From the 3 comes Watershed, trying to zigzag his way. Watershed brought down at the 30. That should end the 4th quarter, and we should go to overtime. Jim L., hope all is well. How you doing, my friend? Unbelievable game. Wow.
Are you still streaming?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's okay. You can come in, Nurse Teresa. We're heading to overtime.
Oh.
Patriots just tied it. It was incredible. How are
Who
you?
are we playing?
Playing the Bears. It's 14-14.
14-14.
I love you.
I love you too.
Do you want me to give you a kiss?
No.
You wanna show them how 12-year-olds tongue kiss? No? I love you.
Love you too,
You going to bed? All right. Love you. Wait a second. We take a pause in the game for a moment. I'll be right back. And we are back. Thank you for your patience. I had to take a little restroom break. All right, here we go. We go to overtime. Patriots 325 yards of offense. Bears 246. Patriots dominant. Well, they had almost a 10-minute edge in clock. Now we go to overtime. Bears win the toss. Remember, this is sudden death overtime. From the goal line comes Watershed. Watershed crosses the 20, breaks to the outside, 30. Brought down before the 35. So Bears with a good return, 32-yard return on the kickoff by Len Watershed. Chicago's offense with Mike Phipps starts 1st and 10 at the 34. What a drive by the Patriots, culminating the touchdown pass to Pennywell to tie the game. But now the Bears in overtime. 2 tight end set, Cobb and Latta. Peyton and Williams are backs. Bashnagel is the wideout. They have thrown deep to Bashnagel out of this set. Everyone up playing the run for New England. It's a give to Williams. Williams, it looked like a trap play. It was a dive play, 2 yards. Prentice McRae makes the tackle. 2nd and 8. 9:06 left in overtime. Peyton and Williams are the backs. Sweep to Peyton to the right. He turns the corner. He's got the first down.
First down.
Walter Payton, I believe, on that carry goes over the century mark, picks up 10. Rod Schote trips him up. Bears go 4 wide. Peyton the lone setback. Patriots, everyone up in the box looking for the run. No safety help. Peyton to his left. Peyton struggles for 1 or 2. It's a 2-yard gain. Richard Bishop and company wrap him up. 2nd and 8. Under 8 to play in overtime. There are ties in 1979. I formation. Williams the up back. Peyton behind him. 3-4, 2 deep zone for New England. Phipps. Play action. Complete to Watts.
3rd down.
Gain of 7. 3rd and 1. Sam Hunt on the tackle. 2 tight end set. Bashnagel tight to the line. I formation. Williams the up back. Peyton on the sidelines. McClendon, who has a rushing touchdown in the backfield. Everyone up in the box for the Patriots trying to stop the run. Phipps on the tight end reverse. Cobbs has it and a first down streaking down the sidelines.
First down.
Cobb picks up 12 on the tight end reverse. Here is the replay in slow motion. The Bears trying to stay undefeated. Go 7-0 and on to week 8.
First down.
Unbelievable. The wind is in the Bears' face. Thomas warms his leg on the sidelines. Ball at the New England 33. Williams and Peyton are the backs. Pitch to Peyton. Peyton to his right. A big run by Peyton.
2nd down.
9 yards. Tim Fox with the low torpedo tackle. 2nd and 1. Williams and Peyton the backs again. It's a handoff to Williams. First down as he attacks the middle.
Down.
2 yards. Thomas continues to warm his leg on the sidelines. 5:06 and counting in this game. Why the Patriots are playing a 2 deep zone, I don't know. Pitch to Williams. Williams to the right.
2nd down.
2 more
Penalty.
yards.
Injury.
We have a lot. I think there's a penalty and an injury. Nelson was on the tackle. No, it's only an injury. And it's halfback Walter Payton going off the field. Was trying to throw a block there. Willie McClendon comes on. And a personal foul on the Patriots. The Bears will have it 1st and goal at the New England 10. Unless there is a miracle, the Bears are going 7-0. So let's set it here. Watt and Scott to the top of the screen. Bashnagel and Richards to the bottom. Earl is the lone setback. Everyone up in the box for the Patriots. If they're dumb enough to let Mike Phipps throw, and he throws a pick, they will hang the head coach. Phipps reverse to Scott. Scott turns the corner.
Second down.
Picks up 3, 2nd and goal. McClendon and Williams are your backs. 2nd and goal from the 7. McClendon brought down, out of bounds, loss
Third down,
of
out
2.
of bounds.
3rd and goal. Thomas continues to warm his leg on the sideline. Some fans were thinking maybe they go attempt a field goal on 3rd down, but they're going to play out their 3rd down. 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top for the wideouts. McClendon the lone setback. Patriots looking run all the way on 3rd and goal. Phipps will be sacked. He's lucky to hold on to the ball. Are they freaking nuts? Phipps audibles out of the run and was going to pass, and he is sacked. 6-yard loss. Here is Bob Thomas. Vince Evans to hold. A strong wind in his face. The ball. This is a makeable field goal to put the Bears at 7-0. The snap. The place, the kick. He missed. He missed. Holy cow. 32-yard attempt wide left. The Patriots dodge a bullet. Unbelievable. Phipps takes a sack, and that was all the difference. Unbelievable. Thomas shaking his head. Unbelievable. Disgusted with himself. He misses wide left. Let's watch that replay in slow motion. Vince Evans spun the laces beautifully. And those, we can only wonder if those extra 8 yards on the sack,
Wide left.
we couldn't have helped. It couldn't have helped. Thomas misses wide left, and Bears fans throw up in their mouths. Patriots take over with a chance to win it. Patriots have 3:07 left in the game, 2 timeouts. A field goal will win it. It is 14-14. What an unbelievable game here. As Dave Gardner says, the field goal curse continues on this channel, whether I'm playing or just calling. Unbelievable. All right, New England going for the win. They're trying to put the first loss on these Bears. Jackson, the lone wideout, 2 tight ends for New England, Francis and Hasselbeck. Cunningham and Ivory, the setbacks. Zone coverage, 4-3 for the Bears. Motion for the Patriots. It's a run to Horace Ivory. Ivory
Second
bounces
down.
off a would-be tackler on the trap play, picks up 4. Page brings him down. Walter Payton's okay on the sidelines. He was hurt on that final, what looked to be the final drive of the game in overtime. I formation. Cunningham the up back, Calhoun behind him. Calhoun!
Third down.
Yard lost. The Bears swarm over the human bowling ball. New England in the hurry up. 4 wideouts. Grogan looks to throw. Underneath to Westbrook. First down, out of bounds.
First down. Out of bounds.
New England again to the hurry up.
2-minute warning.
2-minute warning in overtime. 2-minute warning in overtime. Patriots have 2 timeouts. They're at their 32. They'll probably have to get, I would say, to the 25 for a reasonable John Smith field goal attempt. 25 of the Bears, of course. Pennywell, Jackson, Westbrook to the top, Grogan under center, Ivory the setback, Morgan the lone wideout. Bears with no safety help. Motion, man coverage for Chicago. It's a blitz. They pick it up. Grogan incomplete.
Second down.
The blitz
Injury.
rattled Grogan. He was looking for a slant pattern. He was trying to beat the blitz, trying to hit the veteran Harold Jackson. And Jackson took a pop there. Ray Jarvis comes in at wideout. So it's Pennywell, Jarvis, Westbrook. That hurts the Patriots to have Harold Jackson on the sidelines now. Morgan to the bottom of the screen. No Russ Francis. That's surprising. I would have kept the tight end out there. Calhoun the lone setback. 2nd and 10, 1:56 left in this game. If 1:56 comes to an end with the score tied, it's a tie game. No safety help. Man coverage for the Bears. Grogan, middle, incomplete.
Third down.
It was intended for Westbrook. Mark Merrill on the coverage. Pennywell and Jarvis to the top. Westbrook and Morgan to the bottom. Again, big mistake here by the Patriots not having Russ Francis on the field. Ivory the lone setback. Motion man coverage for the Bears. Grogan in the pocket, looking, throws deep middle. Complete to Westbrook, and he gets out of bounds.
First down.
Unbelievable.
Out of bounds.
Westbrook catches it in the middle, cuts to the outside, picks up all he can, and steps out of bounds. 17 yards. Another tremendous third down conversion for Grogan and this New England Patriot offense. Grogan brings the offense to the line of scrimmage. The line of scrimmage is a Patriot 49. What a miraculous comeback if the Patriots win this and tack on the first loss to the 6-0 Bears. What a devastating loss it would be for these Chicago Bears and their fans. Patriots have the wind with them at their back. Pennywell, Jarvis, Westbrook to the top. Jackson still injured on the sidelines for New England. Morgan to the bottom. Ivory the lone setback. Will they try to hit Ivory out of the backfield? Motion, New England. It's a give to Ivory, and he is stuffed in the backfield. Loss of 1. Patriots in the hurry up. Grogan quickly takes the snap. He's looking. Throws middle. Incomplete.
Third down.
Pass intended for Don Westbrook. Mark Merrill on the coverage in the zone coverage. 3rd and 11. Morgan and Westbrook to the top. Jarvis and Pennywell to the bottom. Carlos Pennywell, the big hero on the game-tying drive, 51 yards on his first reception, and then the touchdown in the end zone with time running out. 3rd and 11. Zone coverage. 3 down linemen. No pressure on Grogan. Complete to Morgan. First down.
First down.
The man from Tennessee, Stanley Morgan, 15 yards. Fensick on the tackle. Harold Jackson coming back on the field. New England in a hurry-up. Why? They have 2 timeouts, but they're playing hurry-up. Grogan looking. 4 wide receivers out in the pattern. Grogan throwing deep. Incomplete.
Second down.
He was going for it all to Stanley Morgan. Ball tipped away by Mark Merrill. 53 seconds left in this game. 2nd and 10 for the Patriots at the Chicago 37. I think they have to get to the 25 to have a makeable field goal for John Smith. Jackson and Pennywell to the bottom. Westbrook and Morgan to the top. No Russ Francis. Again, no Russ. World's greatest tight end at the time. Calhoun the lone setback. More Grogan. Calhoun underneath.
Third down.
Quickly tackled. 3-yard gain. 3rd and 7. New England uses their second timeout. 49 seconds left. Again, I think you got to get to the 25 for a makeable field goal. 4 wide. 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Ivory the lone setback. 3rd and 7. Bears look like they have a 4-2 nickel. Yeah, it looks like a 4-2 nickel. Merrill Ellis. No, 4-3. Sorry, 4-3. 2 deep zone. 3rd and 7. Grogan drops back, throws to the sidelines. Incomplete. It was a hitch towards the sidelines to Morgan. 4th and 7. Why would you... And they're going to punt. This game's going to be a tie. This game will be a tie, most likely. As that punt goes sailing into the end zone. Questionable play calling there for the Patriots down the stretch. You could have ran the ball, possibly popped it, pick up, even if you picked up 5, take a shot at a long field goal. You did have the wind. Now the Bears get one last crack. I don't think they're going to lose the game, obviously, unless this numbnut throws a pick 6 or they fumble. They will stay in the land of the undefeated, but they will have a blemish of a tie. McClendon and Williams are your backs. Watts and Bashnagel your wideouts. Lott is the tight end. 3-4 man coverage. That's offsides on the Bears.
Down. Penalty.
Back up the bus. 1st and 15 for Chicago at their 15. Phipps to throw. Under duress. He scrambles. Now he throws deep. Incomplete. The wind just knocked that ball right down. Mike Haynes almost had an easy pick. That ball was well underthrown. 25 seconds left. Walter Payton back on the field. Scott, Bashnagel, Richards to the bottom. Watts to the top. It's looking more and more like a tie. Phipps to throw. Payton escapes the backfield. Phipps throwing deep sidelines. Caught by Golden Richards. Crosses midfield. Prentice McCray on the touchdown-saving tackle. Chicago uses their first timeout. 18 seconds left. Will Bob Thomas get one last crack to be a hero? 4 wide. Phipps looking. Throws. Incomplete.
Second down.
Pass intended for Bashnagel. 11 seconds left. Will they throw the Hail Mary? No. Motion. They have one timeout. Incomplete.
Third down.
Ball batted away by Mike Haynes. Pass intended for Ricky Watts. Now the Hail Mary. And the Patriots jump off sides. Unbelievable. But they're still got to throw the Hail Mary. 4 seconds left. Phipps under duress. He's hit as he fires. Incomplete. No flags.
Down.
And that's the ball game. That is it. We go to overtime. Time has elapsed. The Patriots put a blemish on the Bears' record. It is not a loss. It is a tie. What a game. What a game. 14-14. And this is the play that Bears fans will be talking about. Thomas for the win in overtime. 3:07 left in overtime. Phipps had just got sacked for 8 yards. And Thomas knuckleballs it left. No good.
Wide left.
And that's how we have a tie game. Unbelievable. John Smith, early in the game, into the wind, missed a 46-yard attempt. Had he made it, the Patriots would have been victorious.
Wide left.
What a game. Patriots would convert on a 4th down. This was huge. 4th and 10. They went for it. Morgan
First down.
with the catch. I don't know why it said... Oh, and then the touchdown run on that drive. And the Patriots, would extra point was good. They go up 7-0. It was a run to the right.
Touchdown.
Cunningham gets in. 7-0 stood up until the third quarter. And with only 1:49 left in the third quarter, Willie McClendon, they took Payton out. Patriots looking pass. It was a sweep to McClendon. Bashnagel and Richards to the bottom of the screen through beautiful blocks. McClendon goes in for 6. Extra point good, 7-7. Then, with 6:38 left in the game, a deep pass to Brian Bashnagel out of a tight run formation for the score.
Touchdown.
Extra point good, 14-7. But with just 7 seconds left, a drive that went 90 yards in 12 plays, the big play being 51 yards to Carlos Pennywell. Grogan would culminate the drive once again to Pennywell with a touchdown toss. A beautiful pitch and catch. Pennywell spikes the ball. Smith with the extra point. And one more time for the Bears fans. The win in overtime. I guess not. Knuckleball left.
Wide left.
14-14 is the tie score. Patriots, 371 yards of total offense. Bears, 323. So the Bears do get a blemish, but it's not a loss. Let's go to the stats. And let's start with the passing. Grogan, 23, threw the ball 58 times. 275 yards, 39% completion. 1 touchdown. No picks, no sacks. Mike Phipps, my God, he only completed 7 passes, but there were his unfreaking believable long passes, the majority of them, and the clutch touchdown. So Phipps, again, god awful, somehow has this team at 6-0-1. Peyton, had he not gotten hurt on that last drive in overtime, maybe they punch it in, but he got hurt. Let's see what Walter had a good game. 22, 110 yards. He fumbled once, but the Bears recovered. 5 yards per carry. We said they had to get Peyton more involved in the second half, and they did. McClendon had the only touchdown on the ground. New England, Cunningham 16 for 41 and a score. Ivory 11 for 30. Receiving for New England, Stanley Morgan 6 for 67. Carlos Pennywell 2 for 56 on the final drive in regulation, and he had the touchdown. Jackson 5 for 46. I mean, Grogan threw the ball 58 times. That's insane. The Bears, Golden Richards had some big catches. He had 2 big catches on the drive that put the Bears ahead. Bashnagel had the touchdown catch. He had 2 for 66. Unbelievable. Defense, leading tackler for the Bears linebacker Tom Hicks with 7. No sacks, no interceptions, no fumbles. Actually, Campbell, with 8 tackles, the other linebacker. For the Patriots, leading tackler with 7 was Rod Schote, right outside linebacker. They had 4 sacks, Lunsford with 1, Bishop with 2, and Steve Nelson with 1. No interceptions, no fumble recoveries. Kicking, John Smith 0 for 1 field goals, 2 for 2 for extra points. Bob Thomas 0 for 1 for field goals, 2 for 2 for extra points. There you have it. 14-14. What a game. What a game. Hope everyone enjoyed it. It was fun. I had to show this one. Thank you to Dave Gardner, Jim L., D. Scott Howard, Lee Briner, Clinton Parks, Alan Griggy, Andre Ford, John Wise, Jake Cruz, and Cutter Historical. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate your time. Check out all the other wonderful content creators in our community. Stay safe, be smart. If you enjoyed the stream and you want, hit the like button. If you have not subscribed or you want to, please do so. If you do subscribe, hit the bell for notification when we go live. Till next time, we'll see you again for more fun on our channel. We're going to have a couple of chats with Al coming up pretty soon. Catch up on your replays, maybe do a little trivia, a little Family Feud stuff, and just have some fun. You know what? Let's have a lot of fun. Life's too short. God bless. I love you all. See you soon. Bye-bye. You know what's coming, folks. 14-14. The Bears are 6-0-1. The Patriots